I just know that one of them is close. Nailed it. Here's the thing. I don't think I can use a flamethrower here. Yep. Was that really the end? Was that a game over? No, I have to fight my way out, don't I? I'm pressing E. I'm already pressing E. You'd think that much death wouldn't... The second we looked at that... Making sure that we've got... I'm being very singular-minded here. I'm not sure the second one was supposed to see me, but... So many eggs, man. Oof. Honestly, that might just help us. Things to not do. Oh, that's an autosave.
Jesus.
Hello.
Just let me make it through here.
Oh, hello. Oh god, where is our current save? Oh right, autosave. They autosaved this for us because it would suck.
Jesus. Just let me make it through here.
Are they trying to make me not crouch? Is that what they're trying to do? Because, I mean, that's cool and all. See, if I go now, I'm gonna die.
Too close.
Okay. That was scripted. Oh, these are 100% scripted train attacks. That did hurt us, though, I think. Compound B is clearly the hard thing to find. We're gonna have to go back through there, I think. This is locked, isn't it? Yep. Or unpowered. Alright, monitor, please. This is like the critical time you're really supposed to work. I mean, there's actually some decent tension here, even though I know we're going to make it out. What happens after we make it out, I don't know. Oh, lovely. Climbing beneath the elevator, that is, Yep. Yeah, in VR this would fuck you up.
Verlaine, are you there? Please tell me. What do you need me to do? Get out the airlock and EVA over to the maintenance platform. There are explosive bolts on the emergency release. Hurry! The basketball is going fast.
Oh. Well, whoops. I didn't realize I was, that I wasn't... How does one put oneself out? Oh, bullshit. Bullshit. It's not scary now. I know where they're coming from, so the tension's kind of gone. My heart rate is disagreeing with you, or disagreeing with me, but you know, whatever. I guess I think 25 flamethrower fuel is enough for you to deal with this situation. I mean, you're not. The thing is, you're not supposed to die in these situations. How much damage did I? I was like full health. We are traumatized, to say the least. I think I just died. I think I got face-huggered as I was climbing up because of that egg.
The gravitational pull has twisted the ring, and we can't get free from the station. What do you need me to do? Get out the airlock and EVA over to the maintenance platform. There are explosive bolts on the emergency release. Hurry! Sebastopol is going fast.
By the way,
You down?
yeah. I'm going to die. I can't even menu right now. Okay, well this is bad. I don't know where I am. Okay, I think I died. Cool. I don't know what killed me. If this doesn't load properly... Shit. Okay, so... I have closed the game. Because we saved into a bad state. So I'm going to have to do a load last saved. Which is really unfortunate. I wonder if that'll get me copyright struck. The 20th Century Fox logo. Like, I'm actually curious. Well, I guess if it's, if any editing has been done to it, you'll know. Because it won't have played. Or there will be music over it. Oh, there's a silence option, which I'll use. Okay. I shouldn't hit that one. Yeah, damn it. Well, this is interesting, isn't it? It's interesting when you hit Alt F4, it's like it knows that it's menuing. The question is, I don't know if it's going to let me load the autosave. We might have to go back a little bit further. But that's okay, I'll do stupid shit. And no, you can't skip these intros, by the way. You guys get to see the intro to the game twice in a single playthrough. And usually you don't see it at all. It's nuts, isn't it? Okay. Hopefully this is good. I imagine it's going to be right before the train. Yep. No, actually, no. Never mind. Are you kidding me? I got that. Okay, we're dying so many times here because I just want to push through the facehuggers. Wait, is that going to count as current save? I hope so. Okay. Let's pick up the fuel. I'm actually curious. Okay, now remember, immediately kill the egg. Interesting times, folks. Interesting times. Mmm, that onion skinning is so delicious, though. Oh, I got into that. Okay.
Please tell me. I thought I lost you. We're being dragged down to Sebastopol. The gravitational pull has twisted the ring and we can't get free from the station. What do you need me to do? Get out the airlock and EVA over to the maintenance platform. There are explosive bolts on the emergency release. Hurry! Sebastopol is going fast. Won't let you down.
There's gonna be an alien encounter here. Did I make it all the way over here? Yeah, they're not gonna let me save here. Why can't I use the one that's on the ground? So I was watching the reflection to see if is there an alien? Oh, we're going up. Is that the Torrens? I believe that's the Torrens. I'm gonna see an alien out here. The question is, when I was attached to the wall, did I actually get an alien in me or not? That's gonna be the real question. This is as fast as we can go, folks. Yeah, I'm watching my back. Oh. I just got scripted into a look forward. Either that or my mouse messed up. We're climbing over. The fun part is the edges of the space suit fisheye the lens a little bit, which curves things, which makes me think that there are aliens because their heads, the way their heads are curved.
I'm here, Verlaine. There should be two priming mechanisms to unlock the manual release. I see them.
It is slightly faster to walk at this angle. I always want it to be left mouse button, because you use your left hand in a lot of them. You got 5 minutes. We've seen this before, by the way. This is the same kind of self-destruct mechanism that was on the Nostromo. When I say we've seen this before, I mean if you've watched the Alien franchise, you've seen something like this before. You didn't do every bit of it, or you didn't see every bit of it, but it was implied. Whee! Yep. Nothing I can do here, by the way. Ooh, end of the hunt. That might be end of the game. I knew aliens were going to show up right there. But I wasn't worried. You can see my heart rate. Haha. And with that, Sevastopol burned.
Verlaine, I'm on my way up to the bridge.
I don't think this is good. Why am I still in the spacesuit? Wait, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Seriously? I'm just more annoyed that I can't change out.
Verlaine?
Oh, hello. Yay. Hmm. And credits roll. Okay, so I wasn't entirely surprised that there's an alien on the ship. The ending scene there was a bit odd. I mean, they were trying to coach you through an adrenaline-laden scene. The mouse keys down, mouse keys left, mouse keys right, E to use. Like, sure, I kind of get it. Oh, they're playing the Nostromo sign-off, it looks like. No? Okay, so I'm curious. I'm definitely curious to see if there's anything after this. I mean, we've got... They're just using little tidbits to throw me off from Ripley's sign-off. Anyway, yeah, okay, they are. Yeah, we've still got the spinner down there in the bottom right, so I'm not sure if that's just there for fun or what, but I'm done. I'm done with the game. My immediate thoughts are I wish they could have ended it better. I was kind of anticlimactic. Maybe because it was a little predictable. I'm totally okay with them waiting as long as they did to throw 2 aliens at you at once, because that's really, really hard to deal with. I did like that final area with the big S-curve that you had to go through. And, you know, there and back a couple times. Because that was a difficult time. But I didn't torch the alien very much there, so I'm pretty proud of that. The double alien room didn't feel too bad because the first time in it, it's like the alien wasn't even there. I don't know if it never dropped or if because I was being quiet or if it was never actually supposed to drop. The escape sequence was a little bit scripted. Like, I mean, obviously it was scripted. It was a little bit too scripted for my likings. Like we spent a lot of time in high intensity, high stress avoidance games, and then we get a long, you know, walk down a corridor in a spacesuit, which, according to the, you know, by the standards of the game, that's, or by the mechanics of the game and the story of the game, that makes perfect sense. We do have to get out to the Torrens. The downside of that is that it kind of takes all that stress and railroads it. Like, I know that I have no choice about what's going to happen there. I know something bad is going to happen once I'm on the Torrens. Like, these things strike me as relatively obvious. The... Sorry, it's a little late at night. I kind of kept playing this through to finish it off because I knew I was close. But yeah, like, it kind of went and became a little bit anticlimactic at the end. Overall, I very much enjoyed the game, and I'm going to get to that in a bit. The other thing with the ending that had me a little irked is if you look at... sorry, I'm looking to see if they actually... Okay, they did actually get Sigourney Weaver to revoice stuff. But yeah, the ending for this is kind of already slated, and that's just to begin with. Like, I know that that Ripley survives that light wasn't like the sun coming up on the horizon. It was another ship coming to pick her up, because, I mean, okay, fair enough. There is in the second movie, in Aliens, when Ripley comes back, or is brought back from hypersleep, they say that her daughter is dead and had died very recently of old age, presumably. And they had a picture of her very old. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that they aged, you know, that they needed to age this person back to make it accurate and all, like, whatever. I'm not worried about that. But one of two things needs to happen here. Either they need to stick with the accuracy and just accept that she survives, right? Like, I would totally be okay. The ending that would have been neat in my head is they make it, but it's just the two of them. They can't convince anybody that this is a real thing. And so, like, they do, like, news article snippets or something to show that basically she was insane and gets committed, or maybe she just shuts up about it, right? Like, I don't know, something like made up stories attributed to extreme trauma, or alien conspiracy theory dismissed as PTSD from surviving, the destruction of Sevastopol, right? Like, they could have done some interesting stuff like that. Because that way, her being alive and dying of old age before Ellen gets back is, like, okay, reasonable. Like, she went and lived her life, but, this whole thing happened. Alternatively, they outright kill her. Like, you are dead. No nebulous ending. You get killed getting, the torrents sent off. Something. I don't know. Something along those lines. And then it is clear that that Ellen is being lied to about her daughter's death, because fifth birthday, sixth birthday is what Ripley promised to be back for her daughter's, like, that birthday. I forget now, but it's one of those. So it's like, would have been neat, like, if they had done that whole, like, conspiracy thing, like, because Ellen's not gonna know what Amanda looks like all grown up at the age of 60. Like, sure, similarities, but you could take a picture of her and age it up and use that as the picture of her daughter that age, and, like, that would be totally viable. Genetics are a thing for a reason. But yeah, that, with regards to the ending, like, story-wise, I think there's something to be desired here. Now, I know there's now a sequel on mobile, which I have not played. I don't know if I have any desire to play, but obviously they're leaving things nebulous so that they can maybe pick this up later. Which, they did. But yeah, mechanically, the ending definitely could have been a lot more exciting in terms of, like, reward. Your reward for having successfully gotten through this is to just get that cutscene ending. The whole manually enable that is required by the story, but is also very slow and boring, and to me didn't build tension, because that's not, well, I guess you don't know, but I was a very strong feeling that was not the end. Like, I knew the aliens were going to show up. They weren't just going to let you get out of there. But yeah, that's my opinion on the ending. Now, the game overall, I very much enjoyed. Now, I very much played it as a stealth, like, very strong on the stealth. Like, I don't actually think I threw half of the weird items that I had. I don't know if that is the way I should have gone, but I kind of had this whole thing, and I mentioned this at some point in the commentary. I had this whole thing in my head of, if the alien is hunting you and you throw something like a sound maker, it now knows very closely where you are. So unless you get very far away from that noisemaker, you're really only hurting yourself, which is why I didn't use them. Now, that said, most of there were only a couple places that I was really stuck for a long time, and those were definitely a little bit rough. But sorry, I'm gesturing with my hands. I'm doing, like, a shrug, weighing scales gesture with my hands. Like, it's a little good, little bad. And overall, I think I'm totally okay. Sorry, we're on the special thanks. I'm trying to read them. I'm okay with the way that worked. So, I'm going to definitely recommend playing the game. I don't know if I'll play it again. I'm going to go enjoy a speed run of it, because the speed runs are broken as hell. But that's not surprising to anyone. Okay, do we have any post-credits stuff? Looks like we do. Nope. None at all. Alright. Let's look at our bonus. Nope, just credits. Well, I guess we really don't have anything else then. I mean, there is survivor mode, but I'm not particularly interested. But yeah, to finish what I was saying, I enjoyed this one. I would recommend it. I think that the AI of the alien was good. I did, as I've mentioned in previous episodes, I did watch some videos on how it works, and I don't think they changed the way that I played, but they did give some insight in terms of like the alien unlocks behavior at certain points in time, or if you do certain things. And I think my tendency to hide in plain sight and like behind objects rather than constantly in closets, lockers, whatever the little short half height things are, like I think my tendency to not use those, or to try not to use those. I mean, I got killed basically everywhere. I think I only got killed under a table like once, maybe twice. No, there was the first time. There was one time where it actually looked under a table, and that was messed up. I can remember it because it burned in my head like, oh god, it's actually doing that. And the other one, I pulled out my flamethrower and it saw me, and yeah, that was dumb on my part. But like, didn't really die there that many times. I guess I only died in lockers 2 or 3 times as well. The main times I died were when I... Oh gosh, that hurt my eyes. The main times that I died were mostly... I don't know, when I thought I was hidden and wasn't. I think I died to facehuggers more than anything else, and that was just because of the last scene, or the last bit there. Because I thought I had him dead, and when you use the flamethrower, it's hard to see. Which is kind of the intention, I suppose. Said, I'm pretty sure I died double digits of times from actual aliens, not other stuff like getting hit by a train. Because those were just kind of scripted. But I'm pretty sure I spent over 90%, arguably over 95% of the time crouched. And that was fine. Like, take a movement penalty to be silent. Yay. Yeah, mostly I died to not defending myself in time, or thinking that I defended myself and not, or the alien seeing me when I didn't have a flamethrower. That's probably why I died the most, but I didn't keep count, so I don't know for sure. And I'm not planning on watching through every single episode, because I think this is episode 40 or 41. I don't know for sure. It might even be 39. But either way, thank you guys for watching this one. I had a lot of fun. The heart rate monitor worked more than it didn't, but it still had its moments. Obviously, it's working now, and flawlessly, because it doesn't really matter. I'm definitely curious to maybe try using the heart rate monitor on other games. Games that maybe aren't as horror-y? I don't know. I'm not generally a huge fan of horror games. This one jumped at me because it's aliens, and I very much enjoy the Alien franchise. The movies are fantastic. Even the bad ones are a lot of fun. And that's why I watch movies, so it doesn't matter to me if they're bad, so long as they're fun. But yeah, that's where I'm at on this game. I could probably say a lot more, but I'm not going to worry about it too much, just because I think the gameplay speaks for itself, and if you are a fan of the Alien franchise, this is already up your alley. You have already considered playing it, if you haven't already, especially because I'm so far behind on playing it. And then I would argue that if you're into horror games, you probably also already know this one has a lot of clout in the horror game genre. So if you like horror games, you've already played it. And if you're on the fence about playing it because you maybe don't like horror games and aren't a fan of the Alien franchise, then you're the person that I'm talking to when I say, give it a shot. Wait for a Steam sale, wait for it to be cheap, pick it up, try it out for a little bit. It definitely has its moments where it is annoying. It definitely has its moments where it's frustrating. But honestly, I didn't die a ton. And the places that I died, it was pretty much always my fault. So I don't feel too bad overall, because it's a learning experience playing a game like this. Since I do not play very many stealth games, I'm also curious what percentage of the time I spent standing still, because there were a lot of those. But yes, I will go ahead and say once more, because I have said it so many times, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this game. I will see you next week with something new in this slot. I do not know what. I will figure it out when the time comes. But until then, keep your gears turning.